Models, especially for the muscles, you'll notice that one half of the muscle models, the muscles are going to be superficial, okay, surface muscles. The other half, they're going to be deeper muscles. The reason why the manufacturer does that, so that the school don't have to buy two separate muscle models. They can use one. Okay. Now, first muscle that we looked at right here, guys. This is called the frontalis muscle. Okay. On the back here, guys, we have the occipitalis muscles back here. Okay. Now remember, between the two, we have the muscle tendon here, very, very thin, guys, extremely wide, and that is called the epicranial aponeurosis. Okay. Now on the sides of the skull, right here, guys, going deep. How do we know it's deep? Because you can see bone. This here is the temporalis muscle. Temporalis muscle, remember, touches the temporal bone, which means it has to be deep. Okay. Other side, we have the temporoparietalis muscle over here. Okay, he's superficial. Okay. Now, back to the face, guys. What we're going to look at right here, we have our big round muscles. These are going to be the orbicularis muscles. So this one here, that's the orbicularis oris muscle. I mean, orbicularis oculi. Excuse me, I've been here all day. Getting tired. Orbicularis oculi muscle here. Okay. We come down, we'll have another orbicularis muscle around the lips, and that's called the orbicularis oris muscle, oral cavity. Okay. Over here, coming in, we have the corrugator supercilii on a slant. The cursorius in the center, guys. Okay. Going around the bridge of the nose, that is the nasalis muscle here. Okay. Now, coming down right here, guys, grabbing the corner of the fleshy part of the lip. This here is going to be the levator labii for lip. Superioris, because he's on the superior side of the lip. Okay. Right next to him, right here, coming down, grabbing the corner of the lip. This is the levator anguli oris muscle. Okay. Now we go underneath. We go to the depressors. Okay. Now let's knock out the one on the chin. This is called the mentalis muscles. There's one here, one here. Okay. That gives you that nice cleft chin. Okay. Over here, guys, we have the muscle grabbing the meaty part of the lower lip. Below the lip, this is going to be the depressor. So this is the depressor labii inferioris. Okay. We go out to the corner of the lip, guys. You'll see another one here. Its muscle fibers are on a slant. So this is the depressor anguli oris. Okay. Now, come up over here. Right here, guys, coming off the zygomatic bone, we have the zygomaticus major, okay, right here. And underneath, we have the zygomaticus minor right here. Now, once again, that is a hot spot, guys, for different people, because some people, you'll see the minor on top of the major. Some people, you'll see the major on top of the minor. Okay, so pay attention to the size of the muscle fibers there. Okay. Now over here, grabbing the corner of the lip, going straight back to the mandible. This is called the risorius muscle. That's the risorius muscle here. Now right here, guys, we're pretty deep. This is called the buccinator or the buccinator. That's the muscle here in your cheek. Okay, that's the one that you want to pinch in when you bite your cheek. Okay. Now, coming down over here, we have the big, wide muscle, guys. He goes from the upper chest, the anterior lateral section of the neck, underneath the mandible, guys, and up the side of the mandible. This is all called the platysma muscle. Okay, that's the platysma, and of course there'll be the left and the right one there. Okay, we come up the side. Let's do the muscles of mastication. Remember the tine muscles, okay? So we'll start with the T, guys. Here's the tine, the T, the tine. This is the temporalis muscle, okay? Now the eye here, guys, what we have here, we have the pterygoids, okay? We're going to have the external pterygoid and the internal pterygoid, right here and here. Okay? Internal is deeper, external comes out to the side, okay? And then the M would be the masseter, right underneath the parotid gland on the lateral side of our mandible, that's the masseter. So that is the prime muscle, muscles of mastication. Okay? Now, for the neck, guys, we remove the platysma muscle, and we see this large muscle here, like a very thick cable, so that tells us it's going to be a powerful muscle. And this is called the SCM, or the sternocleidomastoid muscle. Now remember, he's kind of unique because he crosses over from the anterior side of the body to the posterior. Okay? Now, his origin, his start point, his anchoring point, guys, one of his heads goes to the sternum, the other head goes to the clavicle. That's the anchoring point. The other end of the muscle, that other head back here, that is going to be known as the muscle's insertion. That's what he inserts into. Now muscles, when they contract, guys, they're going to take the insertion point and pull it towards the origin. That's the way they work. Okay? So now, since he crosses the midline of the body, when this guy contracts, we're going to get lateral flexion of the head to the same side, and it's going to take that mastoid process and approximate it down towards the origin, guys, so the head will also rotate to the opposite side. Okay? That's what happens with the SCM. Okay? Now, right underneath the SCM, we're going to have three muscles here. Let me just take off the trapezius. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Anterior scalene, middle scalene, posterior scalene. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Those are the scalenes. Now, back here, guys, this muscle here, you can see it's another thick cable muscle. He goes from the cervical spine, guys, right into the corner of the scapula. This is going to be the levator scapulae muscle. This is the one when you do the shoulder shrug. He's the powerhouse there, right? And this muscle gets very thick, guys, because it's a cable-like muscle. Remember, the trapezius is just going to wrap around him like a carpet. Okay, so that's the mass that you see up by the traps. Okay? Now, on the back side, over here, we can pick up some of the rhomboid muscles. We must first get rid of the trapezius. Okay? So right here, guys, this top one here, that's the rhomboid minor. And then this bigger one underneath is the rhomboid major. Okay? That's the rhomboid. Now, this is all upper trapezius. We don't have the full model on this guy here for the trapezius. Okay? But let me see on this guy if I roll him over. Okay. So right here, guys, this side we have the trap gone. So we got the rhomboid minor, rhomboid major. On this side we got the complete trap. It goes from the occiput out to the chromium process and all the way down to the spinous process in T12. Okay, so you can see it covers a lot of surface, but remember, he's not a thick muscle, guys. He's a helper. Okay? That's the trapezius or the traps there. All right? Everybody cool? Okay, so let's continue with that.